Okay, so are you fed up with the swing breaking down under pressure and not knowing what to and why it's broken down? So this is what these checkpoint videos are all about, and we want to give you the confidence to be able to know, one, what's going wrong, and two, how to fix them. One, at home, to do with home training, but two, to have that feeling on the course if it does go wrong, what you can do to encourage yourself to get the correct move. So we're focused on checkpoint number 7, which is the release point, right? So the release position that we're looking for here. Now, again, most people here tend to be very, very tight when they're hitting a shot, which means that the club face never gets an opportunity to release correctly. So whatever we do with any checkpoint that we have, we want to keep things soft, keep it relaxed as much as you can. I know it's not easy when you've got trouble in the way, bunkers on the right, water on the left and so on. Everything in you wants to get tight and try and steer the ball, but really just bear in mind, keep it soft as you possibly can. So let me explain to you the release point, which is checkpoint number 7. Okay, so what are we actually after for the checkpoint? So if you're checking this for yourself and you're looking at a video on one of the apps you can get, the position that we would like to see, the release point, is when you are getting into this position here. It's the classic release position, where what you'll see is the club face has rotated through to the left. You'll see the back of the left hand is pointing more to the ground, and the right hand is started to roll over into this position. Now, what most amateurs tend to do is, because of previous issues working back in different checkpoints, is they get into this type of position. Yep, so there's no release, the club face is left open, they're very tight, they're holding on to the club, they're thinking, if I just keep the club face square, I'm going to hit the ball straight, when in reality what that's going to lead to is a total breakdown of your technique, and if anything it's going to encourage a slice. So effectively what we're after is to try and get this position where the club has released correctly, rather than this position where we start to get tightness and we now start to see the beginnings of a chicken wing occurring. So this is a very cupped position, though release. Look at the difference when I now release the club. I'm closing the club. I'm not keeping the club open. Okay, so the club face at impact is square, and it's only square for just a brief bit of time coming into the ball and just after the ball. After that, it's closing rapidly, and you can check out any footage of the pros and look where they are in this type of position. So how can we encourage you to get the right sensation and feel? This is a good way. Now this is basically a club face indicator, which is magnetic, goes onto the club face, and I can do a few swings where I can feel, and I can try and get it pointing what I feel is a bit more behind me to the ground over here. So I get some feedback the club face is closing. Now what you can do on this, you can just put a bit of blue tack on here and stick a pencil in the blue tack. It does exactly the same thing when you're at home. So the key here is to, again, keep the fluidity. If you get tight in any way, you aren't going to get the release point working correctly. So this type of mini drill for you here will also help you with the face indicator showing that it's actually closing. Double check the back of the left hand is pointing more to the ground. Now this is going to help an awful lot of you guys where most people are more slicers leaving the face open. This is a really key move for you. So just to summarize, here's the position we'd like to see. Yep, the release point, the back of the hand to the ground. The right hand is rolled over. The indicator is pointing more behind me. This is what we don't want, more of a cupped open position. The indicator is now pointing directly up to the sky, which is where most amateurs are. Okay, so this is checkpoint number 7. And again, this is a real indicator of tightness, of tension. So the more you can relax, the more you can soften it, the better off you'll be with the mechanics of the swing. And just remember, to get to that point where you're tight, there's normally a chain reaction to do with, this is checkpoint 7, checkpoint 6, 5, 4, 3. And if you get good at looking at these checkpoints, you'll find the root cause somewhere, and it may well be earlier in the checkpoints rather than this. Sometimes it will be this just on its own, but more often than not you might find answer further back, which is why these videos are set up the way they are. One checkpoint each time. If you understand the bases, you can then start to analyze your own swing, analyze your own game, and come up with answers for yourself. Okay, so if you've liked this tip, this checkpoint, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and please press the bell for further notifications of future videos coming your way to help you improve your game. So just remember, you're only one tip away.